Hey folks, Simon with your Tao Daily for market close Monday the 14th of April 2025. Markets closed slightly higher on Monday. S&P was up just shy of 1%. Nasdaq was up around about 0.5%. We had some initial optimism on some unilaterally and arbitrarily granted concessions on certain tariffs relating to smartphones and semiconductors, and we saw a gain from Apple. It closed well off its highs. You can see Apple gapped up about 5% at the open, ended up closing up only about 2%. So even though we had a gap up, opened near its highs for the session, closed near its lows. So not an overly bullish looking candle. Nvidia, another stock that was expected to benefit, that had a smaller gap up, but actually ended up closing negative on the day, down 0.2%. All right, so not much bullish follow through there. That leaves SPY at a potentially precarious position running into the 50% retracement level again and the 21 EMA again. Now, last time it failed, we were at the 21 EMA and the 61.8% retracement level. The high here was again right at the 21 EMA and the 50% retracement level. So it's got a little bit of work to do if the bull's hopes are going to stay alive here. Now, obviously, the trade war is remaining front and center of investors' minds, dominating sentiment, and playing this market feels a lot like playing headline roulette. But what we've seen is a cratering in consumer confidence. As you can see on this chart here, consumer confidence is it's plunged down to full-on recessionary levels. Now, at the same time, inflation expectations are surging, all right? So that's a kind of classic stagflationary setup right there. And that's why we've seen bonds under pressure. Now, bonds here, they're potentially bouncing off support here. The last bounce, got us a fair way up, all the way up to the 200-day moving average. Maybe we'll get the same move again. The thing is, the bond market can't be fooled for long. Officials can jawbone the narrative, and for a while, Besant's assurances that tariffs aren't inflationary had some traction, but the bond market too, I think, is starting to price stagflation here. And of course, the dollar has been incredibly weak. I mean, the dollar may well be bottoming here at support as well, but during past crises, there used to be a flood into the dollar because the US used to stabilize markets. Think bailouts, Fed swap lines. Today, the US is perceived as the source of risk, and that has been weighing heavily on the dollar. Long and the short of it is, we really can't get bullish until the S&P 500, here's the S&P futures, gets back above this blue median line here. That would be a change of character in the markets, but until that happens, I think we're still in a sell the rally mode. That's what I got for you. I hope it helps. I'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you.